What does it mean to be authentic, and what does it mean to have a true, undistorted, pure experience of self or of mind? And the exploration continues. I don't think I'm anywhere close to finding out. But, I think authentic means two basic types of things. I think it more commonly might be referred to as being true to yourself. Just being genuine, Not putting on a facade, not trying to be anything that you're not. Just carrying on and being yourself. Without trying to impress yourself or impress others. Without trying to depress yourself or depress others. Without trying to pretend anything at all. Just being genuine as you can be in each and every moment of your life, also known as just being honest with yourself. I think that would be a suitable definition for authenticity. And there's a problem inherent in that definition. Because if you believe anything about yourself that is not really true, i.e., if you're believing that you are this stuff, the gunky stuff around what you really are. And that's what you think you are, and you're being genuine and honest in those beliefs, then you're going to be acting as if you are something that you're not, and you'll think you're being authentic. So you'll be true to yourself, but not true to yourself with a capital S. You'll be true to a belief system. So another definition might be being true with a capital T to yourself with a capital S, which opens another can of worms. If we entertain this definition for authenticity, that you're being true in a greater sense to your greater self, then what kind of a truth and what kind of a self is that which is beyond a lesser identification?
It's more about faith.
Faith. Well, I think many would agree with you. It's what you'd like to be true about yourself. It's what you hope to be true about yourself. And then having faith in that. Sure, I can accept that. While I can hear others saying, the greater self, or my spiritual essence, or the source of who I am, or whoever else you might think, or whatever else that might be, is beyond faith. It is a constant in a universe of unconstant fluxing and changing. There's a constant source, an intrinsic level to my being, some people might say. And that is the true self with a capital S. And I can hear my transpersonal psychology professor going, wonderful, I'd love to believe that. Prove it to be true. Give me some empirical evidence for that. And it would fall short, because I don't know. And we've touched on that discussion here already. How do you define the undefinable? And as soon as you define something that's not definable, you give it form, and it's not that. It's not that. Great spiritual teachers all seem to say more or less the same thing. That there is a essence, that there is a core to who we are. And we can know that. I think the trick is to knowing it all the time, in all the contexts of your life. And we can all get a taste of it, and I hope you will here during some of the guided processes that I'll be taking you through over the next 2 days. I hope you'll at least get a taste of that. And I hope that taste will leave a residue in your awareness that can always be something you can connect with, even in challenging contexts. So that in connecting with that expanded awareness that is felt at the same time, you'll be able to more resourcefully deal with the challenges of life. But authentic self-empowerment is not just about, hey, another technique to deal with difficult situations and stress and anxieties and fears and anger. No, it's more than that. It's a way of being. It's a way of being so that you're able to be who you are and bring as much of what you know about who you are out into all the moments of your life before ego kicks in, before personality traits start to take their grip over your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. There's an intrinsic experience that can be had and isn't just something that you can get in touch with when you're listening to a certain product or doing a certain meditation or whatever the case may be, but something you can instantly draw on in the different areas of your life until the techniques that you'll be learning here to do so become obsolete, because you're so familiar with that you can easily connect with it, and a residue of it is always there. You're never separate from it because you can't actually ever be separate from who you really are. You can just forget about it sometimes. And so authentic self-empowerment is the process of remembering who you are. That's all it is. And you've seen this before. Authentic self-empowerment is being the diamond that you are, and for lack of a better word, using diamond as a metaphor to symbolize the purity, strength, and multifaceted impression that we can have about ourselves that is unobscured, unpolluted, undistorted by the stuff of life that we might grow into believing is who we are through the programming that we've been susceptible to. So the gunk, the dense, heavy stuff that forms around us in our most authentic expression and experience of self. Authentic self-empowerment means seeing through that, shining a light through that, activating the inner light that shines from within through that, and has no need to put on an outer layer, a facade, or a pretense, which is what the ego does, thinking that's what I want to show to the world, because that's the persona I'd like to have. I'd like people to think that about me. I'd like to believe that about myself because I'm afraid of this stuff, which is now what I think I am, because I've forgotten who I really am. Authentic self-empowerment is the process of remembering who you are so that that light shines through the layers and becomes the way you are in the world. Okay. And that is facilitated through several basic authentic self-empowerment processes, suitable to whatever type of challenge might arise in life, so that there are different processes suitable to different contexts, each one designed to bring you back to an authentic experience of self. In realizing that an authentic experience of self is in and of itself changing until you get to a point where perhaps you can relate to what the great teachers have said. So it's a journey, it's not a destination. And that's a brief introduction to what we'll be focusing on for the next 2 days, so I hope you're looking forward to stuff like that.